This video I'm going to show you how to make the basic frame for the trike, and I'll start really with three pieces. I've got this part that looks like a hoop. I've got this bent bottom piece, which I don't know what that angle is. I just put it at a 45. I'm not sure what these lengths are. I just used a reasonable value. We can always edit those pretty quickly. And then the backbone. Now for the backbone, I've made mine a little fancy. It's got this bend in it, but it's not necessary. And again, I don't know the exact length of this. I went ahead and notched this because I know it's going to match up to that hoop on the back. What I've got to do is figure out the length of these parts as well as how to create that notch. So what I'm going to do is start a new assembly. And first thing I'm going to do is insert. I think the smart move here is start with this hooped piece, and I'm just going to place it like that, and just one of them is fine. And then I'm going to insert that bottom piece. Now the right and left will be different because they'll be at different angles, so the part looks the same, but there's two different parts. First let's mate these. So I'll mate that surface there to that surface. That's good. Location wise, let's see, I don't know exactly where this is going to go. I think I'm going to leave like 6 inches of space. Oh, let's see, we also need to orient that vertically. Nope, can't do that yet. Let's see, we need to locate where this is forward to backward. So if I open up that file, let me just make a plane. It's from the end of that, and I'll offset it. I don't know exactly where it's going to be, but I'm going to put 6 inches and see. Again, it's easily edited, so I've got that plane there. Make that a little bit larger to see. Let's open up our hoop here. Now notice I built my parts symmetrically, so these planes should be easy. Let's see, that's the vertical one. This is, let's see, why is it not showing up? Oh, there we go. What I need is a plane that's in the middle of this, because the way I created 2 of these. Oh, I'm on my assembly. Open up the part. There's my front plane. That makes more sense. The other one was for the offset plane for the second piece on my assembly. Okay, so let's go back to our assembly. I'm going to be able to turn this visibility on so I can see. Oops, it's hard to tell when that's on or off. Make sure I can see the planes and make sure I can see any axes that are going to show up. So I've got, I can just mate then this plane to that one. Now this will still be able to rotate, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and insert the other part. So that was the frame bottom right. And again, you got to make 2 models because the left and the right are going to be different, as you'll see. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing I did before. Let's mate that to there. And let's also mate. We can do this, however, I can just make these 2 ends. It's probably the easiest way. The 2 ends of the tube. No coincidence. There we go. Okay, that's a good start. Now, what I have is the ability. Oh, let's put the backbone in there too. So let's insert that backbone. And again, mine's got that notch and it's got a little bend in it. Yours doesn't necessarily have to. And we're going to want to mate that as well. So let's mate my notch to my, oops, I don't think I got the notch, the face to the notch. There we go. Now, right now it's can move around too much, so I need to go back to my hoop. And I need a plane in the middle there, which I should already have it. Yeah, there it is. Just turn it on. Let's go back for assembly. And oh, forgot that. I gotta. Same thing here. I need a plane. And it's that one. So you can notice I build my parts symmetrical, so I already have those planes available to me. Go to my assembly. If it doesn't update and show the planes, click on this rebuild, it'll show them. So let's scoot this over so you can see what I'm going to do. I'm going to meet this plane to that plane, so now it's in the center, and that's it. I want it to be able to move up and down, because at this point I'm not sure. I think I want to have it at an angle. The easier way to go, you know what, I think the easier way to go is just make it horizontal. So let's go ahead and do this. So I want a plane, because I'm going to rotate these. I want a horizontal plane. What I'm going to do is use this axis tool to create an axis on that. And I need another one too, axis on that. If you just click in the center and say, okay, now I've got an axis there. And let's see, I'm going to turn that plane off. I don't think I need it. If I go up here to reference geometry and click plane, if I click the two axes, it'll put a plane on there. So regardless of when I rotate these two, which I'm definitely going to do, I'll still have that horizontal plane. So what I can also do then is, if I open that up, oops, I don't know what I just did. I don't want to hide it, I want to open it. I can turn on that front plane. Again, I build it symmetrically, so I know it's there. And I could make those two. I'm going to hold off and see if I want to. If I want to do that, I can take and make that plane and that plane parallel. But let's play with these angles now for now. So what I want to have happen is I'm going to rotate these in symmetrically until they intersect. And you'll see, I'm going to turn that plane off. You'll see that right now everything's too short for it to intersect. I can make them intersect. I could try that. I think my neck is probably going to be a little bit too long. So I can go and open these files up. And on my sketches, so go to your original sketch. And I got that 13. Let's just make that 14 and see what it looks like. And I'll have to do the same. Update, yes. Same on this one, my left side tube. Again, you want those to be symmetrical, so open up that sketch. 14. Back to my assembly. Update it. So I got a little more length there, gives me a little more room to play with. And I think I can probably get a neck in there. You know what I think my problem is? This angle. That angle is not a great angle, because I don't want this to be too big. And what you can always do is insert the engine. Let's see. Make sure I'm on the right folder there. And my Predator motor. And that's the way it's going to go. Just going to goof around with it a little bit right now. I'm not going to mate it in there yet. Ooh, that looks pretty good. I don't want to keep making this neck longer and longer. I think I'll change that angle. So I had it at 125. I want it to be less. Do 120. See what that looks like. And you can just keep changing these till you get exactly what you want. Remember, I'm going to have to be cautious about my neck, my angle of my neck too. We've talked about trail and that trail angle. I need to do the same thing on that one. Okay, let's see what we got here. So I can get these to where they're pretty close. Yeah, I think I'm in pretty good shape there. We'll find out when we go to put that necking. So I got enough room for the engine. Let's see. So now what I would tell you to do is we're going to make a drawing out of this. Guess before I do that, I have to save this. And that's going to be FRM 285 1600. Okay. Okay, everything's safe. Okay, let's make a drawing out of this guy. Did I already start the drawing? No. ANSI drawing. Now, all I really want is, I want the front view. So it's that one right there. I want to see what this front looks like, which it says it's the right side view, which that's correct. And that's the only one I just want that view, but I want it to be bigger so I can see what's happening. So instead of being an 1/8 scale, let's try like a 1/4. See if we can go even bigger. It's just going to be, yeah, there we go. So I can see what these angles are at this point, and I can play with them from there. So if I add center lines, if I say select the view, choose on that view, it'll show me all these center lines. And then I can actually just draw. Oops. I can just use the sketch tool and just draw a line that goes from the center there that goes straight down. I'm going to do that again. A line that goes from like right there, take it straight down, click, enter. So now I got that line, and then I can dimension, see what this angle is from there to there, and it's like 30.18 degrees. And it looks like I'm pretty good right there. So I don't know about this other one. I know they're not symmetrical at this point, but that's okay. Oop, get him over there. Yeah, so it's pretty good. So I can probably do something around 30. Not the drawing, I want to get to the assembly. I can do something officially that's like a 30. Ooh, I got a lot of, let me just hide. Oh, I guess it came with the engine. A lot of stuff turned on there. So what I can do is open these up here, and I'll turn on that plane right there. Actually, let's turn both those on. So what I want to do is rotate a plane, so I'll know how to, I'll be able to mate this and lock it in the angle. So in order to do that, go to Reference Geometry, Axis. If you click on these, I already got that. Click on those two planes, it'll create an axis there. Because whenever you want to do an angled plane, you have to have an axis to rotate about it. So the easiest way to create an axis is click on two planes. So now let's make a plane. I'll click that plane, and I'll click the axis, and now the software knows it's going to be an angle. Now the default there is 90. What I want is 30. The question is, let's see, is this the right frame? I think that's actually the right way. Okay, I'm going to turn that one off. I don't need to see that anymore. I don't think I need to see that one either. So let's look at our assembly and see, update it. There's, ooh, I did it. So you see what I got there? Now I can just take that plane and I can mate it to a vertical, and that'll have it. And the best way to do that is just open that up. Let's see. It's going to be, oh, it's already on there. It's that one. That's a vertical plane. Right there it is. It's hiding in the back. So now I can mate this to that, and it'll lock it on that 30 degrees. If I want to change it, then all I got to do is edit this plane right here. Let me turn that off. Do the same thing for this other tube. Now let's see if I can get this one right. So same thing I did before. Open up that plane, or sorry, turn those on. Create an axis where those two planes intersect. And then I want to do a new plane that's rotated. So click on the plane, click on the axis. Now I got lucky on that first one because I don't think it's going to be 30. I think it's going to be a 60 because it's the other way. This plane is really looking dorky. I don't need it down there. I need it over here. So I think that's going to be right. Let's find out. Hide that one. I can hide that one. Let's go to our assembly. Update it. And I totally got it wrong. I should have left it at the 30. No biggie. Let's go back. Now all you got to do is see that's plane 1 there. Just edit that. Oops. Plane 4. Where's plane 4? Sorry, go to the part. There we go, plane 4. Edit that and do the 30. So it was right the first time. I tried to outsmart myself. Okay. Update. So yeah, so what I have is that's good. So now I can mate. Now I'm not saying this is going to be the end angle, but at least, no. At least we're getting there. So mate that. Again, we're using this vertical on that hoop. I must be clicking something wrong. Let's try it again. Mate this plane to that. There we go. Okay, so now I've got that part. I'm going to turn this off and I'll pick this up in the next video.